Hello again. Right. So we've just done a video of the Esprit, and you can watch that one. But what I didn't touch on was any of the sort of standard um, accessories that come supplied with the Esprit, and I haven't actually looked at these myself. So this is the finder scope. It's got a slight magnification. It comes with a small diagonal, slight magnification, not huge, just a basic finder, and we've got these methods of aligning the finder. So we've got mini tube rings, and each with three tightening screws in order to align what you see in the finder with what you'd see in the eyepiece. Because I do imaging, in fact, last time I actually set up, I didn't even attach a finder to the telescope because I tend to do plate solving, which is essentially once you've done your polar alignment and you've polar aligned your mount, if you're doing visual and you don't have a computer, then you do a 2-star alignment or 3-star alignment or whatever your mount supports, which essentially means that you send the mount in a certain direction, you locate the star in the finder, then you you center it in the finder, and then you locate the star through the standard eyepiece, and you center it in the field of view, and you repeat that for a couple of times, and your go-to mount will decide and figure out where it is looking in the sky. So then you can just say, right, go to M31 or M45, and it will just locate that in the sky. If you're imaging, yes, you do need to do polar alignment, and I attach a polar finder scope specifically for that in order to do that alignment. But once that's complete, you don't need to do the 2-star alignment. You can essentially, you just focus, you take a picture, and then your computer, it consults its star maps and says, oh, I know where that picture is. I can see that configuration of stars in the field of view, and this is where the telescope's looking. And you repeat that as you would do if you're imaging mosaics, for instance. And you don't need a finder scope. So not much use of a finder scope unless you're doing visual manual imaging without the aid of a computer or camera that can essentially take pictures of the sky. So, but once again, it's better finder. The finder which comes with the star travel, which I've now packed away, is just a plastic one. It does have a red dot reticle, which I don't think this one has. However, like I say, I'm going to be mostly doing imaging, and even if I am going to do visual, what I'll probably do is connect the camera, train, do the plate solving, and my software will tell the man where it is, and then I can switch the camera for an eyepiece and continue on from there without having to go through the rigmarole of locating stars and saying, is that Mirfak or not? It can be difficult if you're just starting off in astronomy, knowing all those main stars. They are usually the brightest ones in your field of view. So it also comes with a 2-inch diagonal, 90 degrees, so I'm going to assume this is a mirror diagonal, which I believe it is. Yes, mirror diagonal. So that would go on the edge. And as I've mentioned in a previous video, you get one eyepiece. So expensive telescope, it's only just one eyepiece. I think it's a slightly better one than what we often find with entry scopes. It looks clean. Is that a focusing adjustment or just eye relief? I will do some visual with the Esprit to start with, as I'm getting used to it. So we will find out how this eyepiece performs, but I will probably start using the Hyperion, the Barber Planetarium Hyperion zoom, if I do visual with this telescope, as it means I don't have to switch eyepieces all the time, and I will give this a shot. To one side, and then we get an extension tube. Now the case, which if you go to my website on Kuchi.net, you'll see pictures of the black case that come with. So this is an extension tube. It looks like it attaches on the 3-inch, and looks like we've got like an M56 to M48 adapter. I'll have to get some calipers at some point and actually measure these. So I don't know if this is for mostly for camera work or not. I have ordered a field flattener. Unfortunately, that is yet to come. It's not available as yet. The Skywatcher have also released a focal reducer for the Esprit 120. It's a 0.77, and it would reduce your f number from 7 to 5.4. So making the scope almost as fast as the star travel, and it's something that I will be interested in purchasing at some point. But I'm first waiting for the field flattener, which I guess is another reason why I should get involved with the visual side and get used to the telescope on the visual before actually moving on to doing the camera work properly. But having said that, I do have a stellar mirror field flattener which is suitable for use with an f7 telescope. So I may do some imaging just to see how I get on with the stellar mirror. And then you get the manuals. You actually get the interesting one. So you get the manual which is specific to the Esprit 120, exactly the one as what you find online. You get packing instructions for transportation, and also telling you how to correctly take the tube out of the box, and it stresses that you should not lift it from the focuser. You should just put both hands on the tube. They supply a quick one-page pamphlet which shows all the other telescopes that you buy, and then they have the standard. You get one of these with the star travel as well. It's just a standard astronomical telescope user guide. It doesn't go into specifics, but it does sort of go types of telescope. It's just a few words as to what you should do. So let's find out what this extension tube is for in the manual. It's not actually in here for field flattener use for photography only. So it's not actually listed as a part in the manual, which is interesting. We've got the eyepiece. So yeah, as I mentioned, the field flattener has not arrived. Because that's quite a long extender. It may be for DSLR, I suppose. an interesting thing. Very interesting. Oh, maybe it's a T. Is that, maybe that's a T thread? Maybe it's so you remove the 3-inch, you've got the 2-inch, and you've got the 1.25-inch adapters here. I'm assuming that you take the 3-inch off, you put this on, and then that is like a T adapter for a particular camera. So that's interesting. Anyway, those are the accessories that come with the Esprit 120. And like I say, there are spaces, compartments in the carry case box to hold all of those, as well as the filled flattener, which has not yet arrived. So yeah, well, thanks for listening. That was just a short video to go over the accessories that are supplied with the Esprit 120. Great, clear skies hopefully, although not here, not for another week at least. Great, speak soon.